What up, YouTube? You can't stop trading and investing with your boy James E. Today we're gonna talk a little bit about TSMP. Is it finally having its bounce, man? It's looking nice these last couple days. I also want to get into INND. That finally had its first green day after all this red. We about to get into that in a minute, but before I do, man, please click that like button. Please subscribe. It is very much appreciated. I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy that likes to research and analyze anything I find interesting in the stock market, and I like to share that with anybody willing to listen. So, that being said, let's just get right into it, shall we? So first and foremost, TSMP. I kind of didn't get to talk about this on Friday. The nice, beautiful green day it had on Friday. The nice bounce to it. I was preoccupied with something else. Didn't necessarily get to be involved in the market on Friday. Nor did I get to make any videos on Friday or the weekends, just due to personal issues. So I'm back now. I just want to get into a little bit. So we had that beautiful bounce on Friday after hitting this 72 low. And then we creep back up in the dollar like it was no problem. And then now it's holding in this dollar. So that would be nice if we could see it maintaining in that range. That'd be definitely something I'm looking forward to. I want to see some more strength to it. I want to see a similar day to Friday. Potentially maybe breaking these 127 area and back up to the 140s, where we were having the consolidation in the 130s and 140 area. Because there's still a lot of positive things about this company moving forward that I think could really propel this thing. And, I knew it was due for a correction when it hit this, when we had this huge parabolic move. And then now it's just showing that it's shaking out. It's just shaking all the traders out. And, hopefully we could find and solidify a bottom soon, so we could see this thing potentially reverse. This had a nice, beautiful pop on Friday, and then popped back up and held nicely in the dollar range today. Moving forward, I'm hoping that it will hold in that $1 to the teens, 115 area. And if it maintains in that area, it's definitely going to be a possible buy for me if it breaks that 126 area. Now, another one I wanted to talk about, very similar to that, was the first green day of INND. Purchased it at the end of day, which was beautiful. It just had this beautiful gradual climb, which is what I look for. And then I was thinking about buying it. I bought it up here in this dip right here. And I wound up capitalizing beautifully on it. I bought it in 2 accounts. So closed out my day on INND with $1,000 profit. Very similar to the reason why I'm doing INND and TSMP in the same video is because I've noticed this in the past and it continues to work for me. Unfortunately, I missed this day because I wasn't in the market. But typically when you have a big run, like you're seeing right here, and then a bunch of red, and we have the first official green day. So like this one, I didn't really necessarily count this as the first official green day because it was still super overextended. So I want to see it like drop, like more than 50% drop. And obviously this one went from 193 down to 174, so well over a 50% drop. And then have this nice solid green. And that's what we're seeing here. And then we got a beautiful gap up and then a push before, just consolidating a little bit. So I've noticed that move in the OTC markets quite a lot. I've capitalized on it multiple times, and that's exactly what I've seen here. Had this beautiful, strong green day. So I wanted to buy it before the close, and so I purchased it in the 29 area, and it closed in the 3 cent, a little over 3 cent. So gave me a beautiful profit in both my accounts. So over $1,000 profit on that move, capitalizing on INND, so I could sell it at a potential gap up. I'm expecting a gap up tomorrow over this 34 area. That's kind of what I'm expecting to see. So if it does do that, that is going to be beautiful. Seeing a gap up into that area. And so that's kind of what I'm anticipating. I honestly don't know what this print is in the after hours, saying we're in the 1 cent range. I don't think this is a real print because we're not seeing it in the bid and ask. So that might be some kind of misprint, something down here. As you can see, it's printing down here. Don't know what that is. Most likely a misprint. But so I'm anticipating it to gap up probably in this 34 or higher, potentially over it, and collect a nice profit tomorrow as well. Another thing I just want to go over real quick too. I was so focused on this. I had bought OZSC, trying to purchase this bouncing here. Thinking it was actually right here. I was thinking it was bouncing off this support area right here. And that winded up tanking on me. And when I looked at it, I was like, man. So that took away all my profits. Because if you guys watched my other video I did earlier today, if you haven't, please go and do so. I made about, about $280 dip buying OZSC here in the morning. Bought it here, sold it in this pop, bought it in this drop, sold it in that pop. And then when I seen it consolidating, I was like, it's going to hold this 30. I'm just going to buy it and then switch over to my other account because I was more focused on INND. And then when I switched back at market close, this thing just tanked on me. Oh, man, did not expect that at all, especially with the news catalyst that just came out. Formed strategic alliance with Grid and Energy Master Planning, LLC. So that winded up taking me about a $560 hit. So that made OZSC red on the day. I talked about SSFT being red on the day, and then capitalizing on SANP, buying that breakout. And I was profitable on that. So overall, I winded up with about $200 profit on the day. So overall, a green day, but very, very sloppy. It was just completely sloppy on my part. With OZSC here, and then also with SSFT, completely sloppy with those two. So definitely something I personally got to work on. I don't, typically this was around 12:30, and I typically, if I'm gonna hold something overnight, I typically will buy it, 12:50 or later. But I bought this one early, thinking it was just gonna hold support here, and it winded up cracking and just completely dropping and derailing. So that surprised the hell out of me. Prior to me buying INND, I was up a couple $100 on the day already. And then thinking that, OZSC would hold. And then so when I seen this in my two accounts that I was trading, and I'm like, cool, now I'm up, $1,200 profit on the day, somewhere around there. Actually, you know what? I take that back. I was actually down $100 because of SSFT and the mistakes I made there. That put me down $100. So when I made this back, I said, cool, man, now I'm up, a good profit on the day. And then I go look at OZSC, and that's down, another almost $600. So really winded up with just, after commission fees, I winded up with about a $200 profit after commission fees. Before commission fees, it was, total profit when you just go by your P&L. I made about 340, something like that. But after commission fees, it was about a little over $200. So still green to start the week off, but really, really sloppy. So I got to clean that up personally. Hopefully I can clean up those mistakes and continue to move forward, and making these videos completely help me in those lessons. But TSMP, that's exactly why I showed this video today of TSMP and INND, because of the similarities of that's exactly what I'm looking for INND. Seeing a solid green day and then a gap up, a nice gap up and a nice push in the morning. Just like TSMP, and then hopefully TSMP will hold above the dollar to give us that, solidify that consolidation and the base in that area, so we could get this thing gearing back in the right direction. And then INND, noticing that first green day, just like TSMP, because OTCs, they trade a lot very similarly. So I'm expecting some kind of gap up and then a push. And then a push in the morning for a nice profit tomorrow morning. So that's going to be it, guys. Let me know what you think of my analysis. If you made it this far, please click that like button. Please subscribe. You Can't Stop Mafia is a mindset movement, meaning never stop yourself, never stop your progress, never stop your education, especially in finance. Having multiple streams of income is an amazing thing, and the stock market is a place where you can do that. So TSMP, can it hold in those dollar ranges in reverse? I'm hoping so, because there's still a lot of great things surrounding TSMP and INND. Can we get a gap up tomorrow after its nice, beautiful first green day, just like TSMP did? And that would be a beautiful profit for tomorrow morning. So that's going to be it for today, guys. I'll be sure to keep you updated as much as possible. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.